How's it going, everybody? Pozermobil here, and today we're doing something a little different. Over the past week, I've been diving deep into the massive PlayStation Store summer sale, breaking down the best deals, hidden gems, bundles, premium editions, the whole thing. But with so many videos and over 100 games covered, I know it can be tough to keep track of everything. It is for me anyway. So this video is your one-stop shop for everything I've recommended. The greatest hits of the second wave of the summer sale so far, all in one place. I can't do timestamps for every single game. I actually started running into the character limit for a YouTube description again, but I've got timestamps for the different price points so you can jump between those if you want. Or just let it play, and if something I'm talking about piques your interest, you can grab it. Think of this as the second wave of the summer sale podcast, part 1. Whether you missed a few videos or just want the ultimate recap, this is the video for you. That's enough yapping for me, let's get into it. At just $2.49, Nexomon is an indie monster-catching RPG that wears its Pokemon inspiration proudly, with over 300 unique creatures to catch, train, and evolve as you work your way through a surprisingly fun and humorous storyline. The turn-based combat has a satisfying rhythm to it, and despite the simplicity of the mechanics, there's enough strategic depth to keep battles interesting, especially later on when your team starts taking shape. The variety of biomes adds visual flair, and the game's self-aware humor constantly pokes fun at RPG cliches in a way that makes it feel fresh rather than derivative. It's not just a love letter to the genre, it's a full-on revival that fans will appreciate. It's sitting at a 79 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 25 hours of platinum. Next is the colorful and challenging 2D platformer K's and the Wild Masks, which is down to $3.99. This one is absolutely for fans of old-school platformers like Donkey Kong Country, with tight controls, snappy level design, and a vibrant, hand-drawn art style that gives it a timeless look. What sets it apart is how the titular masks shape up gameplay. Each one gives you different powers like dashing through the air or swimming underwater, and the game constantly mixes them in clever ways. The difficulty ramps up steadily, and there's a decent chunk of optional collectibles that'll really test your skills if you want to 100% it. It's got heart, challenge, and presentation all dialed in. It's sitting at a 79 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 12 hours of platinum. If you're in the mood for something metal as hell, Valfaris is on sale for $4.99, and it's one of the most unapologetically hardcore 2D action games in recent years. This is a brutal, heavy metal-infused run-and-gun with a killer soundtrack, gorgeously grimy pixel art, and a relentless pace that never lets up. You're blasting through alien horrors with a bloody arsenal of weapons and melee tools, and there's a satisfying weight and impact to every encounter. It throws everything at you, enemy waves, traps, and towering bosses, and demands quick reflexes and tight execution. Plus, the whole thing looks and sounds like a fever dream album cover brought to life. It's sitting at a 79 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 15 hours of platinum. Raging Loop is a criminally underrated psychological visual novel that's just $2.99 right now. Set in a rural Japanese village steeped in dark mythology and cursed traditions, the story kicks off with a sinister twist on the game of werewolf, where each night villagers are eliminated and suspicion runs rampant. What starts as a creepy social deduction mystery quickly spirals into full-blown psychological horror, and the looping mechanic allows you to explore alternate outcomes and hidden truths by living through the same scenario in different ways. The writing is strong, the pacing is suspenseful, and it rewards attention to detail with major revelations and branching conclusions. It's sitting at a 79 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 1 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. At $3.74 is Agelos, a retro-inspired action RPG that blends Metroidvania elements with classic side-scrolling combat. It's got that chunky, colorful 16-bit art style with satisfying swordplay, tight platforming, and a strong sense of progression as you gain new abilities that open up previously inaccessible areas. The world design keeps things interconnected and cohesive, and even though it leans more linear than most Metroidvanias, it still encourages exploration. With no fluff or filler, every room has something useful or challenging waiting for you, and the game ramps up the difficulty just enough to feel rewarding without being punishing. It's sitting at a 79 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 18 hours to platinum. For under $1 at 79 cents, Devious Dungeon is an easy pickup if you're after a short and sweet platinum. It's a straightforward dungeon-crawling action platformer with procedurally generated levels, basic RPG leveling, and light loot systems. You hack, slash, and grind your way through floors of monsters while collecting gold to upgrade your gear and stats between runs. It's not deep, but it's mindlessly fun and a great game to zone out with while knocking out a quick platinum. The randomness in each run helps keep it from feeling repetitive, and there's a sort of addictive loop to the constant progression. It's sitting at a 79 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 3 hours to platinum. What the Dub is on sale for $3.59, and it's one of the most fun and underrated party games on PlayStation. The concept is simple but hilarious. You and up to 6 players provide your own dubbed lines to cheesy old movie clips, and everyone votes on which one was the funniest. It's the kind of game that thrives on player creativity, and while it's technically super simple, it's endlessly replayable depending on who you're with. It even has audience participation support, which is a huge bonus for streamers or big gatherings, and the interface is super clean and easy to use. If you've got a good group, it'll absolutely destroy game night. It's sitting at a 78 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 6 hours to platinum. Up next is Going Under, on sale for $4.99, a roguelike dungeon crawler with a brilliant satirical twist. You're an unpaid intern battling through cursed tech startup ruins with everything from keyboards to giant pencils. Its sense of humor lands more often than not, and the gameplay is genuinely solid with a unique weapon degradation system and physics-based melee combat. Each startup dungeon has its own mechanics and enemies, so every run feels distinct. The art style is colorful and bubbly, masking some sharp commentary about modern work culture under layers of goofy chaos. It's sitting at a 78 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. If you're a fan of retro sci-fi shooters, Blaster Master Zero is an easy recommendation for $4.99. This is a reimagining of the NES classic, combining side-scrolling platforming with top-down shooter segments in a really slick hybrid formula. You pilot a tank named Sophia through hostile alien environments, switching between exploration and on-foot combat seamlessly. There's even some light puzzle solving and backtracking, giving it that classic Metroidvania feel. The difficulty curve is fair, the boss fights are memorable, and it's a satisfying mix of old-school design and modern fluidity. While this version doesn't have a platinum, it's still a great experience for fans of Metroidvania-style progression. It's sitting at a 78 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 10 hours to 100%. For $3.99, my friend Pedro brings over-the-top, slow-mo, acrobatic gunplay into a bizarre world where you're guided by a sentient banana. Yeah, it's weird, but it's also stylish as hell. This is a fast-paced action platformer with physics-based shooting, and once you get the hang of the mechanics, it turns into a glorious ballet of backflips, wall jumps, and bullet storms. It's designed to make you feel like a stunt choreographer, and the scoring system gives you extra incentive to chain together creative kills. The levels constantly change things up with new gimmicks, and the whole thing oozes chaotic energy. It's sitting at a 78 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. Spaceland is another hidden gem at $3.99, especially for fans of tactics games. It's kind of like a light, streamlined XCOM. Turn-based strategy, small squad combat, but stripped down in a way that makes it perfect for players who want that style without the overwhelming systems. You control a squad of space rangers and take on various alien threats, using a limited number of action points per turn to move, shoot, or interact with the environment. The presentation is clean, with a colorful art style and a Saturday morning cartoon vibe, and the missions strike a great balance between tactical depth and accessibility. It's sitting at a 78 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. Finally, the Count Lucanor is $1.74 and offers a short but memorable gothic horror adventure. This one mixes pixel art exploration, stealth, and puzzle solving in a spooky fairy tale inspired setting with unsettling characters and multiple endings. You play as a boy who stumbles into a cursed manor filled with traps, secrets, and a strange creature offering him wealth in exchange for solving a deadly riddle. The atmosphere is thick and creepy, blending eerie silence with bursts of tension as you try to avoid enemies or figure out what the heck is going on. Despite the old school visuals, it manages to deliver a genuinely unsettling experience. It's sitting at a 78 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 6 hours to platinum. Undertale is down to just $9.89, and if you've never played this modern classic, now's the perfect time to finally see what all the fuss is about. It's a quirky, emotional, and frequently hilarious RPG where your choices genuinely matter, not just in terms of dialogue, but in how you interact with every single monster. You can fight, sure, but you can also show mercy, negotiate, or completely avoid violence, which makes for a deeply personal experience. The combat system is simple but creative, blending turn-based action with bullet hell dodging, and the story hits way harder than it has any right to, especially if you go in blind. It's a 92 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and around 5 hours to platinum. The Bard's Tale 4 Director's Cut is down to $5.99, and this is a deep, old-school style dungeon crawler with a modern twist that really rewards patience and exploration. It's got some of that classic first-person grid-based movement, but the combat system uses turn-based strategy that requires thoughtful precisioning and ability usage. The story leans heavily into Celtic myth with a dose of humor and plenty of voice dialogue, and the world design really shines when you're figuring out the puzzles and secret paths in the dungeons. The Director's Cut adds loads of improvements over the original launch, including performance fixes, UI tweaks, and more story content. It's an 84 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 75 hours to platinum. Street Fighter V Champion Edition is $9.99, and even though it had a rough launch, this version is basically the complete package and one of the best fighting game deals you can get right now. It includes every character up through Season 4, all their costumes and stages, and a huge variety of game modes including arcade, versus, training, and an improved online experience. The mechanics are polished and fast-paced, with a focus on learning your character's V-triggers and frame data, so it has a high skill ceiling if you're looking for a long-term game to master. Trophy-wise, this is one of the tougher ones. It's an 82 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 10 out of 10, and around 150 hours to platinum. Lethal League Blaze is just $7.99, and an absolute sleeper hit if you're into fast-paced, competitive action games with a unique vibe. It's like a mix of Smash Brothers and Pong, where you smack a ball back and forth with increasing speed and try to knock out your opponent. The soundtrack absolutely slaps, it's got this funky, futuristic street style, and the gameplay is easy to pick up but deceptively deep, especially in multiplayer. Whether you're playing locally or online, it's got the kind of chaotic energy that never gets old. It's an 82 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and around 40 hours to 100%, no platinum for this one. Dishonored, Death of the Outsider is on sale for $5.99 and is a standalone expansion to Dishonored 2 that lets you step into the shoes of Billy Lurk, an assassin trying to bring down the mysterious outsider. It's a tighter, more focused game than the main entries, but still gives you the freedom to play stealthily or go full chaos. The supernatural powers feel fantastic, especially things like Semblance and Displace that let you manipulate the environment and enemies in creative ways. There's also a contract system that adds extra objectives to each mission for more replay value. It's an 82 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. Tekken 7 is just $9.99 and a must-have for fighting game fans, especially if you enjoy deep combat mechanics and a massive roster. This entry introduced rage arts and power crush moves, which make comebacks more intense and fights more dynamic. The story mode is surprisingly cinematic, following the conclusion of the long-running Mishima family saga, but it's the robust online and practice modes that'll keep you coming back. It's one of the more beginner-friendly Tekkens in terms of accessibility, but it still has a high skill ceiling for competitive play. It's an 82 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. The Last Guardian is down to $9.99, and if you're in the mood for a slower, more emotional journey, this one is a must-play. It follows a young boy and a massive griffin-like creature named Trico as they try to escape ancient ruins together. The gameplay revolves around solving environmental puzzles by commanding Trico and figuring out how to use his abilities to overcome obstacles, and the bond between the characters is the real star of the show. It's got that Team Ico vibe, a little janky at times, but beautiful and heartfelt. It's an 82 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and around 25 hours to platinum. Watch Dogs 2 Deluxe Edition is just $8.99 and one of the most fun open-world sandboxes Ubisoft has ever put out. You play as Marcus Holloway, a hacker in San Francisco taking on corrupt corporations and law enforcement through creative and often hilarious means. This edition includes extra customization packs and missions, and the game itself has a really refreshing tone compared to the first Watch Dogs. More colorful, more satirical, and way more fun to just mess around in. Whether you're using drones, RC cars, or full-blown system hacks, there's tons of variety in how you approach each mission. It's an 82 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. Ultros is $9.99 and one of the most visually striking Metroidvanias you'll ever see. The art style is psychedelic and surreal, almost like a trippy graphic novel in motion. You wake up on a mysterious alien ship and have to fight, explore, and farm your way through looping timelines and branching environments. The combat has a satisfying rhythm to it, with emphasis on dodging and quick attacks, and the game ties your upgrades to a gardening system that's surprisingly deep. There's a big focus on narrative themes of life and rebirth, and it all comes together in a really cohesive package. It's an 81 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and around 30 hours to platinum. Kingdom 80s is down to just $5.99 and is a really clever spin on the Kingdom formula, wrapping its tower defense and resource management gameplay in a nostalgic 1980s summer camp setting. You'll be building up your base, recruiting allies, and defending against waves of greed monsters, all while exploring neon-lit environments and vibing to a synth-heavy soundtrack. It's accessible and chill, but also has enough strategy to keep you engaged across multiple runs. This is a great pickup if you're into pixel art and love short games with strong style. It's an 81 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. We Love Katamari Reroll and Royal Reverie Special Edition is $9.99 and includes the remastered version of the cult classic sequel along with the Royal Reverie bonus content. It's still the same wonderfully weird and addictive gameplay loop. Roll up everything in sight to grow your Katamari ball until it's large enough to become a star. The visuals are sharper, the controls are smoother, and the extra content adds a few new challenges that tie into the King of All Cosmos' childhood. Whether you're a longtime fan or jumping in for the first time, this is one of the most joyfully strange games out there. It's an 81 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. The Pedestrian is just $5.99 and one of the most creative puzzle platformers you can get on PlayStation, even though it doesn't have a platinum trophy. You play as a stick figure navigating through interconnected signs, monitors, and billboards, rearranging them to create pathways and solve visual logic puzzles. The game doesn't have a single line of text or dialogue, but it tells a surprisingly thoughtful story through its environments and transitions. The puzzles ramp up in complexity in really satisfying ways, and the clean, minimal art direction keeps the focus on solving rather than spectacle. It's an 81 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 1 out of 10, and about 2 hours to 100%. Star Wars Jedi Knight Jedi Academy is $6.99 and invites you to step into the robes of a young Jedi Padawan under the guidance of Luke Skywalker himself, blending first and third-person combat with a high degree of player choice that lets you forge your lightsaber, select your missions, and decide whether to follow the light or give in to the dark side. The levels vary from tightly designed duels to sprawling battles across iconic Star Wars locations, and the mix of force powers, blaster fire, and saber combat makes each encounter feel dynamic and unique. While the multiplayer mode remains a cult favorite, offering chaotic lightsaber duels and force-powered skirmishes, the active fan base keeps online communities alive years after release, adding lasting replay value. It's an 81 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. Gunvolt Chronicles Luminous Avenger IX is $7.49 and delivers a fast-paced 2D action experience from the minds behind the Azure Striker Gunvolt series, where you play as Copen, a high-mobility hero armed with a gun, sword, and the ability to dash tag enemies for high-speed takedowns that reward fluid movement and skillful chaining of kills without touching the ground. The The tight stage layouts, stylish boss fights, and vibrant anime-inspired aesthetic combine to make this a standout for fans of action platformers, and although it lacks a platinum trophy, the real challenge comes from perfecting your runs for high scores and time attacks. Adding even more depth, the game introduces new story elements that enrich the lore behind the Gunvolt universe, which longtime fans will appreciate. It's an 81 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 9 hours to 100%. Catherine Full Body Digital Deluxe Edition is $9.99 and takes the cult classic puzzle platformer to the next level by expanding storylines, introducing new characters, and adding over 500 additional puzzles, all while following protagonist Vincent as he navigates surreal nightmares filled with massive block towers during the night and juggles a tangled love life by day. The Digital Deluxe Edition includes extra music tracks, customization items, and artwork that deepen the game's already rich presentation, and the blend of intense puzzle gameplay, mature storytelling, and psychological tension makes it a truly unforgettable experience. For players seeking more, New Game Plus and Hard Mode options significantly increase replay value, while the jazzy, moody soundtrack perfectly complements the surreal, emotional vibe. It's an 81 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 75 hours to platinum. Age of Wonders Planetfall Deluxe Edition is $7.99 and offers an expansive sci-fi strategy experience where you lead one of several unique factions to galactic dominance, mixing turn-based tactical combat with empire building and forcing you to balance diplomacy, technological advancement, and military might to succeed. The Deluxe Edition enhances the core experience with extra campaign missions, cosmetic packs, and a digital art book, enriching the game's depth, while every decision you make, whether negotiating peace treaties with alien diplomats or waging war against cyborg zombies, shapes your empire's fate in meaningful ways. With deep tech trees and unit customization, the tactical options remain fresh throughout, ensuring that no two playthroughs are exactly the same. It's an 81 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 80 hours to platinum. Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition is $9.99 and brings one of the most celebrated JRPGs to modern consoles, featuring enhanced visuals, fully voiced dialogue, and additional content that was never before released in the West, all while following former knight Yuri Lowell and a colorful party of allies on an epic quest filled with political intrigue, friendship, and fantastical adventure. The real-time combat system lets you control any party member in fluid battles and link arts for devastating combos, and the world is further expanded by side quests, minigames, and optional bosses that add significant playtime beyond the main story. The new characters and storylines introduced in the Definitive Edition adds a fresh layer of depth to the narrative, giving both longtime fans and newcomers plenty to enjoy. It's an 81 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 175 hours to platinum. Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection is $9.89 and offers a treasure trove for fighting game fans, compiling 12 arcade-perfect versions of Street Fighter, Street Fighter II, Alpha, and 3, complete with online play for select titles, training modes, and a museum full of concept art and series history. Every punch, kick, and fireball is recreated with precision, preserving the original arcade feel while adding modern conveniences that make the games accessible to new players without sacrificing the competitive edge. Beyond the gameplay, the museum content is a thoughtful addition that invites fans to dive deeper into the evolution of one of the genre's most iconic franchises, while the wide range of characters and playstyles ensures the collection remains fresh and engaging. Although there's no platinum trophy, this collection is an essential for anyone looking to revisit classics or study fighting game history. It's an 81 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 10 hours to 100%. Steins Gate Zero at $8.74 takes the already mind-bending time travel narrative of the original and twists it into something even darker, placing you in an alternate world line where tragedy has already struck, and characters struggle to live with the consequences as you guide protagonist Rentaro Okabe through branching storylines filled with high-stakes decisions, unexpected alliances, and gut-wrenching emotional moments. Told through some of the best visual novel writing around, the multiple endings encourage replayability, and the returning cast blends fan service with fresh material to satisfy series veterans. If you're into deep sci-fi that still finds room for humor and romance, this game is well worth the time investment. Its excellent localization and immersive soundtrack only enhance the suspenseful and heartfelt narrative. It's an 81 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 1 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. Trackmania Turbo at $7.99 is pure arcade-style racing adrenaline, featuring over 200 tracks designed to test your reflexes, creativity, and patience, often all at once, while the real hook lies in chasing perfect lap times that can feel downright addictive as you shave off milliseconds through slick cornering and well-timed boosts. The game offers 4 distinct environments, each with unique handling quirks that keep you on your toes and provide a bright, high-energy presentation that's easy to jump into but tough to master. Split-screen and online multiplayer modes remain hugely enjoyable, and the track editor ensures there's always a fresh challenge waiting just around the corner. Whether you're a casual racer or speedrunning enthusiast, Trackmania delivers a rewarding experience backed by a rhythmic soundtrack and smooth controls that really amplify the thrill of each race. It's an 81 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 9 out of 10, and about 70 hours to platinum. Nidhogg at $5.99 is deceptively simple but endlessly entertaining, pitching you into frantic fencing duels where the goal isn't just to win, but to push forward and take over your opponent's side of the stage, with pixel art and minimalist design hiding a surprisingly deep system where timing, feints, and mind games count as much as quick reflexes. Matches swing wildly back and forth, creating tension and laughter whether you're battling the AI or a friend sitting beside you, and its chaotic but competitive nature has earned it a cult following in the indie scene. The easy-to-learn controls make it accessible, but mastering the flow requires real skill, which only adds to its addictive charm. It's an 81 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and around 10 hours to 100%, no platinum for this one. Tomb Raider Legend at $9.99 marked Lara Croft's return to form by blending classic exploration and puzzle solving with modernized controls and a cinematic presentation, sending you on a globe-trotting campaign where you'll explore ancient ruins, scale treacherous cliffs, and uncover hidden relics tied to a personal mystery in Lara's past. The platforming feels fluid, combat is straightforward but satisfying, and environmental puzzles are just tricky enough to make you feel clever without stalling the pace, creating a leaner, more focused experience than the later reboots. If you missed it back in the PS2 era, this is an ideal way to see how the series reinvented itself before the latest incarnation took over. It's an 80 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. The Entropy Center at $6.24 is a first-person puzzle game that, while drawing obvious comparisons to Portal, sets itself apart by letting you rewind objects through time rather than creating portals, leading to mind-bending challenges where you have to consider not only where an object is, but where it was moments ago to solve environmental puzzles. The story adds real weight as you navigate a crumbling facility with an AI companion whose witty remarks keep the tone lively and engaging throughout, while the game's pacing and atmospheric design make it one of the most underrated puzzle games in recent years. The satisfaction of figuring out complex solutions and seeing them play out in reverse creates a unique and rewarding experience that challenges your perception in clever ways. It's an 80 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. One Shot World Machine Edition at $8.99 is a top-down puzzle adventure that plays cleverly with the boundary between the game and the player, frequently breaking the fourth wall in surprising and meaningful ways as you guide Nico, a small cat-like protagonist, through a melancholy but hopeful world in an attempt to restore its dying son. Along the way, you'll solve puzzles that often require thinking outside the game window itself, while heartfelt writing, vivid characters, and a perfect soundtrack deepen the emotional journey. The console-specific additions in this edition elevate it beyond a straight port, giving newcomers and returning players alike new reasons to dive in, and the unique meta-narrative makes it a standout example of indie storytelling at its finest. It's an 80 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 1 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. Middle-earth, the Shadow Bundle, is $6.99 and includes Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War, along with their DLC, delivering 2 epic open-world adventures set in Tolkien's universe. The games combine stealth, parkour, and brutal combat while featuring the acclaimed Nemesis system that personalizes enemy encounters, which keeps each playthrough fresh and intense. You'll explore vast, detailed environments filled with side quests, collectibles, and compelling stories about power and corruption, and the combat scales beautifully as you level up and unlock new abilities. Both titles offer robust challenges for completionists and casual players alike, blending narrative depth with fast-paced action. Whether you're hunting powerful warlords or reclaiming your honor, these games perfectly capture the spirit of Middle-earth and provide hours of engaging gameplay. It's an 82 average on Metacritic, trophy difficulty average around 3 out of 10, and about 65 hours to platinum both games. Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy is $8.99 and puts you in control of Star-Lord and his ragtag crew as you battle cosmic threats with humor and heart. The action-packed third-person combat lets you switch between characters and abilities seamlessly, which keeps battles dynamic and engaging while the story delivers memorable dialogue and character-driven moments that feel true to the source material. Exploration and decision-making add extra layers as you influence team morale and story outcomes while enjoying a stellar soundtrack that perfectly captures the Guardians vibe. The game balances fun with emotional beats, and its well-written script and voice acting bring these lovable misfits to life in a way that fans will appreciate deeply. It's an 80 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. Scarlet Nexus is $8.99 and throws you into a futuristic sci-fi world where psychic powers meet fast-paced combat against grotesque mutants. The dual protagonist storylines intertwine through a complex narrative that explores themes of memory, identity, and humanity, while combat combines melee attacks with powerful psionic abilities for a fluid and satisfying experience. Strategic use of brain links lets you control and combine skills with your teammates, which adds depth to battles and encourages tactical thinking in hectic encounters. Its colorful anime art style and energetic soundtrack complete the immersive atmosphere, and the layered storytelling invites multiple playthroughs to fully understand the plot's twists and connections. It's an 80 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 60 hours to platinum. Ultimate Chicken Horse is $6.74 and is a hilarious multiplayer platformer where players build a level as they compete to reach the goal, balancing cooperation and sabotage in a chaotic party setting. The game shines with its clever level editor and variety of quirky traps and obstacles, which keeps each match fresh and full of surprising twists as everyone tries to outsmart each other. Its casual but competitive nature makes it perfect for gatherings, and the simple controls combined with emergent gameplay create endless fun for friends or online opponents. The balance of creativity and competition means every round feels unique, and the game encourages laughter and friendly rivalry in equal measure. It's an 80 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 1 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. Nidhogg 2 is $5.99 and offers frantic, pixel art fencing duels where the goal is to push your opponent off the stage while engaging in a tug-of-war with fast-paced, skill-based combat. The game retains the addictive simplicity of the original but adds new weapons, stages, and more detailed visuals, which help freshen the experience without sacrificing its core intensity. Matches are quick and chaotic, encouraging aggressive play and quick reflexes, but there's also a surprising amount of depth in timing and strategy that keeps competitive players coming back. The lively soundtrack and quirky art style add personality, making each duel feel vibrant and tense. It's an 80 on Metacritic, and unfortunately, one trophy is broken, preventing a full 100% completion. Lego City Undercover is $5.09 and brings open-world Lego fun to life with humor, exploration, and an engaging police story that's suitable for all ages. The game combines classic Lego building and puzzle solving with driving, stealth, and combat mechanics that create a diverse gameplay loop while encouraging exploration through its colorful city environment. With tons of collectibles, side missions, and unlockable costumes, it offers plenty of replay value and charm, and the witty dialogue keeps things lighthearted and entertaining throughout. The open world is filled with Easter eggs and playful references that rewards players who enjoy discovery, making it perfect for families or anyone looking for a lighthearted adventure. It's an 80 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 is $7.49 and serves up fast-paced 3-on-3 tag team fighting action with a massive roster of beloved characters from both franchises. The game excels with fluid combos, deep mechanics, and visually spectacular moves, which make it one of the best entries in the series and a favorite among fighting game fans worldwide. Training modes, online play, and tournaments keep the competitive scene lively, while the sheer variety of characters ensures there's a fighter for every playstyle. Mastery demands skill and timing, and the high trophy difficulty reflects its competitive nature. With its polished gameplay and dedicated fanbase, it remains a must-play for any fighting game enthusiast. It's an 80 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 10 out of 10, and about 70 hours to platinum. Mecha Zoo is $9.99 and offers a quirky, side-scrolling platformer experience filled with bizarre levels and unique mechanics that challenge your reflexes and creativity. The game's vivid, hand-drawn art style and bizarre sense of humor make each stage a colorful and unpredictable adventure, while tight controls and inventive puzzles ensure the gameplay stays fresh and engaging throughout. Boss battles and hidden secrets reward careful exploration, and the soundtrack perfectly complements the game's offbeat tone. Despite its indie status, Mecha Zoo delivers a polished, fun experience that surprises with its creativity and charm. It's an 80 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 9 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. Gravity Rush 2 is $9.99 and invites you to defy gravity as Cat, navigating a sprawling cityscape with dynamic physics-based movement and gravity-shifting powers. The game balances intense combat with exploration and puzzle solving, offering an immersive world full of side quests, collectibles, and an emotionally rich story that builds on the original's unique premise. The gravity mechanics create unique gameplay opportunities that keep traversal and fights feeling fresh and innovative, while the vibrant art style and music add depth to the experience. The open world encourages players to experiment with movement, making every corner of the map feel lively and worth discovering. It's an 80 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. Need for Speed Rivals Complete Edition is $5.99 and blends high-speed racing and police chases in an open-world environment where skill and strategy both come into play. The Complete Edition includes all DLCs, which add cars, tracks, and events, offering a comprehensive racing experience with varied challenges and multiplayer modes. Its dynamic weather and day-night cycles add visual variety and affect gameplay, and the social speed lists feature allows you to compete with friends and online players. Whether you prefer to outrun the cops or dominate the races, this game delivers adrenaline-fueled fun with plenty of content to keep you engaged. It's an 80 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. Among Ashes is $8.24 and offers a dark, atmospheric RPG adventure where survival and decision-making are key as you navigate a bleak world with mysterious powers. The game combines exploration, combat, and puzzle solving in a non-linear narrative that invites multiple playthroughs, and its moody visuals and haunting soundtrack create a strong sense of immersion. With a variety of character builds and upgrade paths, players can tailor their approach to combat and stealth, while the story encourages thoughtful choices that affect outcomes. Despite its short length, it leaves a lasting impression through its depth and tone, delivering a surprisingly rich experience for the price. It's a 79 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 8 hours to platinum. Clem is $7.99 and presents a heartfelt, story-driven game focused on emotional exploration, where players interact with characters and environments to unravel memories and relationships. The gameplay blends visual novel elements with light puzzles, and its narrative-driven approach allows for multiple endings based on player decisions, creating a personal experience. The art style and soundtrack complement the introspective tone, while well-crafted dialogue delivers emotional depth. It's a touching, intimate game that rewards patience and curiosity, inviting players to connect deeply with the story. It's a 79 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 4 hours to platinum. Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time, is currently $19.79, offering a fantastic blend of classic platforming nostalgia and modern design that really amps up the series' signature frantic pace and precision challenges. This installment pushes the envelope with new time manipulation mechanics, inventive levels, and a vibrant art style that feels both fresh and faithful to the roots of the franchise. The game's variety of playable characters and abundance of collectibles make every level a rewarding exploration filled with secrets and tricky platforming sequences. Beyond just the main story, the time trials and additional challenges provide a serious test for completionists and trophy hunters alike, making this a must-play for fans who want a deep and satisfying platforming experience. It's an 85 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 9 out of 10, and about 100 hours to platinum. Neo 2 is priced at $19.99 and stands as a masterclass in fast-paced, skill-heavy action RPGs steeped deeply in Japanese folklore and mythology, which enhances its immersive and dark atmosphere. This sequel builds impressively on the first game's solid foundation with a more flexible character creation system, deeper combat mechanics, and a wide array of weapons and magic styles that let players craft their own unique playstyles. The game challenges you relentlessly with punishing bosses and intense enemy encounters, but balances this with a rewarding loot and progression system that encourages experimentation and perseverance. Neo 2's sprawling world, filled with rich story elements and side quests, keeps you hooked for dozens of hours, especially if you enjoy fine-tuning your skills and strategies for maximum efficiency in combat. It's an 85 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 70 hours to platinum. Hogwarts Legacy Digital Deluxe Edition is currently $15.99 and invites players to step into the shoes of a young witch or wizard in an open-world adventure set during the 1800s in the Harry Potter universe, a time before the events of the books. This edition is packed with extra digital content that enhances your magical journey through Hogwarts and beyond, giving you exclusive cosmetic items and in-game bonuses that make your experience even richer. The game expertly balances exploration, spellcasting, potion making, and engaging combat, while immersing you in a living, breathing world full of mysteries and magical creatures. It successfully captures the charm and wonder of the wizarding world, making it a perfect pick for fans craving a deep narrative experience alongside open-ended gameplay. It's an 84 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. Yakuza Like a Dragon Hero Edition is priced at $12.49 and refreshes the long-running franchise with a bold shift to turn-based RPG combat, introducing new strategic layers while maintaining the series' signature over-the-top storytelling and humor. Following Ichiban Kasuga's journey from underdog to hero, the game presents a sprawling Yokohama filled with vibrant characters, addictive side quests, and a surprising amount of heartfelt moments beneath its quirky surface. The Hero Edition includes exclusive digital extras that enhance your experience and add collectible value for fans of the franchise. With a strong mix of emotional storytelling, diverse minigames, and deep RPG mechanics, it's a great pick for players looking for something unique in the JRPG space. It's an 84 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 80 hours to platinum. Tales from the Borderlands is $14.99 and delivers a hilarious, choice-driven narrative adventure from Telltale Games set in the chaotic and colorful Borderlands universe. Its episodic format allows you to experience the story of two unlikely protagonists navigating through madness, loot, and mayhem with plenty of humor and heart. The game's dialogue-heavy gameplay and impactful player choices make each playthrough feel personal and engaging, while the witty writing keeps things light and entertaining throughout. Beyond the story, it also features clever puzzles and memorable characters that bring the Borderlands tone to life. It's a shorter experience, but one that leaves a lasting impression for fans of narrative-driven games and the Borderlands series alike. It's an 84 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 12 hours to platinum. Ni no Kuni 2 Revenant Kingdom Deluxe Edition is $15.99 and presents a gorgeous JRPG adventure that combines a heartfelt story, charming characters, and innovative kingdom-building mechanics that expand the traditional RPG formula. The deluxe version adds exclusive digital content that deepens your immersion in this beautifully animated world, crafted by veterans of Studio Ghibli, who bring the game's visuals and storybook aesthetic to life. With strategic combat, a large world to explore, and a variety of side activities and quests, the game offers a long and satisfying experience. Whether you're a fan of classic JRPGs or looking for a whimsical fantasy journey, this edition packs plenty of value and hours of gameplay. It's an 84 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and around 85 hours to platinum. Rogue Waters at $17.99 mixes tactical, turn-based combat with roguelike survival mechanics, plunging you into a procedurally generated island filled with threats and secrets that change with every run. Its permadeath system means every decision counts, forcing you to carefully manage resources, craft equipment, and strategize your battles to stay alive. The variety of character classes with unique skills adds further depth, encouraging diverse playstyles and replayability. The The immersive atmosphere, combined with challenging gameplay, creates a tense survival experience that tests both your tactical thinking and resource management. For fans of strategy and survival games looking for high replayability and tense gameplay, Rogue Waters offers a rewarding and unique experience. It's an 83 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 45 hours to platinum. Grounded, priced at $19.99, shrinks players down to the size of an insect in a backyard teeming with life and danger, blending survival, crafting, and exploration into a fresh and visually striking experience. The game's cooperative multiplayer is a highlight, allowing you to team up with friends to build bases, craft gear, and battle giant insects in a beautifully rendered microscopic world. Its evolving world, seasonal updates, and story quests continually add new content and challenges, keeping the gameplay loop engaging over time. The mix of survival tension with moments of wonder and discovery creates a unique vibe that appeals to a wide variety of players. If you're a survival game enthusiast looking for a unique setting and a strong multiplayer component, Grounded is a standout title worth your time. It's an 83 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 75 hours to platinum. Ghost Trick Phantom Detective is $14.99 and offers a clever and charming puzzle adventure where you manipulate objects as a ghost to save lives and uncover a deep murder mystery. Its innovative gameplay mechanics, combined with a captivating story and distinctive art style, make it a memorable experience for puzzle and narrative fans alike. The game's pacing, voice acting, and soundtrack enhance its immersive storytelling, while the puzzles ramp up steadily in complexity without becoming frustrating. Ghost Trick's unique mechanics and emotional narrative have earned it a cult following since release. It's an 83 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 13 hours to platinum. Marvel's Midnight Suns Digital Plus Edition is $15.99 and brings a darker, tactical RPG set in the Marvel Universe where you lead a team of supernatural heroes against a rising evil. The game offers deep strategic combat, customizable characters, and a story rich with emotional and character-driven moments that stand out from typical superhero fare. This Digital Plus edition includes exclusive content that enhances your team-building options and overall gameplay experience, such as skins, cards, and other cosmetic items. The combination of deck building and turn-based tactics adds a fresh spin to superhero games, rewarding strategic planning and team synergy. If you're a fan of turn-based tactics and Marvel lore, this game combines both worlds effectively and provides a rewarding challenge. It's an 83 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. Final Fantasy V at $11.69 brings a timeless JRPG classic to modern audiences with its innovative job system, engaging narrative, and memorable soundtrack. While older, the PS4 version updates the experience for accessibility and smooth gameplay, allowing both newcomers and series veterans to enjoy its depth and charm. The game's flexible class system encourages creative character builds, and its quirky humor and memorable bosses add to the overall appeal. Fans of traditional turn-based RPGs looking for a classic experience will find a lot to love here, especially with the nostalgia factor intact. It's an 83 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 60 hours to platinum. Tomb Raider Definitive Survivor Trilogy is $12.49 and bundles the complete reboot trilogy, charting Lara Croft's transformation from vulnerable survivor to experienced adventure through a mix of exploration, combat, and puzzle solving. This definitive edition enhances the visuals and performance, making it the best way to experience the story and gameplay improvements across all three titles. The extensive side quests, collectibles, and challenge tombs spread across the trilogy offer plenty of content for completionists, and the story delivers emotional and cinematic moments that keep players invested. The refined gameplay mechanics and improvements with each entry make this trilogy a must-play for fans of action-adventure games. It's an 83 average on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10 average, and about 95 hours to get the platinum in all three games. Castlevania Advance Collection is $10.99 and brings together three classic handheld adventures, Circle of the Moon, Harmony of Dissonance, and Aria of Sorrow, plus the SNES title Dracula X. This collection celebrates the golden era of 2D action platformers with tight controls, gothic atmospheres, and an iconic soundtrack. Each game offers its own twist on exploration and combat, from Dracula's sprawling castle layouts to epic boss battles, while subtle gameplay evolutions keep the experience fresh across titles. Modern features like save states, rewind, and an art gallery enhance accessibility and historical appreciation, making this the definitive version for veterans and newcomers alike. It's an 83 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. Persona 5 Strikers Digital Deluxe Edition is $17.49 and continues the Phantom Thieves story in a dynamic warrior-style action RPG. You'll join the team on a summer road trip across Japan, taking on action-packed jails in each city while enjoying the witty banter and striking art style the series is known for. The combat blends real-time hack-and-slash chaos with Persona's strategic elements, encouraging skillful use of abilities and elemental matchups. The Deluxe Edition offers extra music, costumes, and behind-the-scenes content that deepens immersion in this stylish spin-off. It's an 83 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered is $19.99 and revitalizes a legendary FPS campaign with updated visuals, sharper audio, and refined mechanics that make the gunplay as satisfying today as it was in its 2007 debut. Iconic missions like All Gillied Up and Shock and Awe are enhanced with realistic lighting and textures, pulling you deeper into the intensity. Multiplayer returns with the full map roster, letting you relive or discover its finely tuned competitive balance. It's an 83 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. Botany Manor is $17.49 and offers a peaceful, immersive puzzle experience set in a stunning 19th century English estate. As a retired botanist, you explore sunlit gardens, grand hallways, and cozy greenhouses while solving nature-inspired puzzles to cultivate rare plants. The attention to detail, from the flutter of leaves in the breeze to the soft hum of insects, creates a sense of calm that's hard to find in most games. There's no platinum trophy, this is more about the journey than the achievement, but it's still a pretty satisfying escape. It's an 82 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 1 out of 10, and about 4 hours to 100%. Nightmare Reaper is $11.99 and delivers frenetic, retro-inspired FPS action with modern roguelike elements. You'll blast through nightmarish levels filled with grotesque monsters, using a ridiculous arsenal of weapons from shotguns to magical stabs. Procedurally generated maps, upgrade trees, and addictive loot systems keep each run fresh, while the heavy metal soundtrack amps up the chaos. Beneath its pixeled exterior lies a surprisingly deep and replayable shooter with plenty of challenge and customization. It's an 82 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 45 hours to platinum. LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga Deluxe Edition is $13.99 and lets you relive all 9 mainline Star Wars films in brick-built, humor-filled glory. This is the most ambitious LEGO game ever, offering massive open hubs to explore, refined combat mechanics, and an endless stream of collectibles that encourage thorough exploration. The Deluxe Edition includes bonus character packs, making the galaxy even more diverse and letting fans play as their favorite heroes and villains. Whether you're chasing studs, unlocking ships, or laughing at the series' signature visual gags, it's a joyous celebration of Star Wars for all ages. It's an 82 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 100 hours to platinum. Lost Judgment Digital Deluxe Edition is $13.99 and blends gripping detective drama with explosive action sequences. Set in the vibrant cities of Tokyo and Yokohama, you'll unravel a dark mystery by balancing intense street fights, stealth tactics, and quirky side activities like skateboarding and drone racing. The Deluxe Edition adds story expansions and extra content, giving you more reasons to dive deeper into this compelling world. RGG Studios' signature attention to detail and rich storytelling make this a must-play for fans of the Yakuza series and newcomers alike. It's an 82 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 80 hours to platinum. Azure Striker Gunvolt Striker Pack is $17.99 and bundles 2 stylish, fast-paced action platformers into one slick package. With flashy combat, tight controls, and a vibrant anime-inspired aesthetic, the Gunvolt games scratch that classic Mega Man itch while introducing unique abilities like the Flash Field that lets you chain electrified combos. This pack includes enhanced visuals and all downloadable content, delivering the definitive experience for fans of the cult favorite series. It's an 82 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. Spyro Reignited Trilogy is $13.99 and breathes new life into the Purple Dragon's adventures with gorgeous, modern visuals and re-recorded voice work. Across 3 games, you'll glide through colorful, whimsical worlds, solve clever platforming challenges, and take on quirky bosses. The controls have been refined to be smoother, and the level design remains timeless, perfectly capturing the charm that made Spyro a beloved classic for generations of players. It's an 82 on Metacritic, average trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 22 hours to get the platinum in all 3 games. Bionic Bay is $13.99 and delivers a surreal puzzle platforming experience that constantly plays with gravity, momentum, and physics to challenge your perceptions. Its world is strange yet beautiful, filled with shifting structures and mind-bending challenges that reward creative experimentation. As you progress, new mechanics are introduced that keep the gameplay fresh, while minimalist storytelling invites you to interpret the mysteries on your own terms. It's an 81 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 9 hours to platinum. Uno Ultimate Edition is $16.49 and reinvents the classic card game with a wealth of new themes, house rules, and explosive twists to keep matches lively and unpredictable. You can play with friends online, join global matches, or challenge AI opponents, all while enjoying animated backgrounds and playful sound effects. The Ultimate Edition includes all DLC packs, adding themed decks like Rayman and Just Dance for even more variety and fun. It's an 81 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 8 hours to platinum. F1 Manager 2024 Deluxe Edition is $13.49 and puts you in the driver's seat of a Formula One team, allowing you to manage every detail from race strategy to driver development and car upgrades. The Deluxe Edition adds extra scenarios and exclusive content, making it the most complete experience for motorsport enthusiasts. Featuring realistic visuals, deep simulation mechanics, and the intense thrill of making split-second decisions during high-stakes races, it's both challenging and rewarding for fans of management games and racing alike. It's an 81 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 105 hours to platinum. Warhammer 40k Chaos Gate Demon Hunters is priced at $11.24 and drops you into the grim, war-torn universe of Warhammer 40k, where humanity's fate hangs by a thread against the encroaching forces of chaos. You'll lead the Grey Knights, an elite squad of genetically enhanced warriors, through fast-paced, turn-based tactical combat that demands precision, positioning, and synergy to overcome relentless foes. Each battle challenges you to master the strengths and gear of your unique squad members, using environmental destruction and tactical decision-making to turn the tide. The Bloom, a deadly galactic corruption, spreads dynamically across the campaign, forcing you to choose which planets to save and which to sacrifice. It's an 81 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 9 out of 10, and about 75 hours to platinum. Have a Nice Death is priced at $12.49 and puts you in the role of an overworked Grim Reaper trying to restore order to his chaotic Afterlife corporation. You'll explore procedurally generated departments of Death Inc., meeting a colorful cast of characters like your loyal pumpkin-headed assistant Pump Quinn, who's always ready with fresh gossip. Combat is fast-paced and hack-and-slash in style, giving you access to over 70 unique weapons and spells to mix and upgrade into devastating combos. Each run challenges you to battle through minions and bosses, with performance reviews unlocking new tools and abilities to help you push further. The game's curse system adds strategic depth, offering tempting power boosts that can also empower your enemies or raise resource costs, forcing you to weigh risk and reward. It's an 81 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 65 hours to platinum. Goodbye Volcano High is priced at $14.99 and delivers a story-driven, choice-based cinematic adventure about identity, relationships, and facing the end of the world. You play as Fang, a dinosaur teenager navigating friendships, family ties, crushes, and personal growth in the shadow of an impending meteor strike. Your choices influence the branching narrative, altering both Fang's self-perception and the way others see them, while building affinity with a diverse cast changes the outcome of the story. Music plays a central role, letting you write songs, play instruments, and perform original tracks using an interactive rhythm and lyric system that shapes the game's custom soundtrack. Between emotional moments, you'll engage with in-game dinosaur-themed social media, enjoy quirky minigames, and share everyday interactions that make the characters feel real. It's an 81 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 35 hours to platinum. Grand Blue Fantasy Versus Rising is priced at $19.49 and brings a polished, accessible fighting game experience that caters to both newcomers and seasoned players. Combat offers the full thrill of one-on-one battles without the need to memorize complex combos, thanks to simplified inputs that make skills easy to execute while keeping depth for those who want to master them. The game also features Grand Brews Legends, a lighthearted party mode filled with obstacle courses and survival games, offering a fun break from traditional matches. A story campaign takes you through the skies of the Grand Blue Fantasy universe, combining action RPG-inspired quests with character progression to keep gameplay fresh. It's an 81 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. Everspace 2 is priced at $14.99 and delivers a fast-paced, single-player space shooter packed with high-stakes combat and loot-driven progression. You'll explore the war-torn star systems of Cluster 34, each handcrafted with secrets, puzzles, and hazards that make exploration as rewarding as the battles themselves. Dogfights are frantic and fluid, letting you dodge, dash, roll, and boost while unleashing a barrage of weapons to turn enemy ships into floating scrap. As you progress, you'll collect and upgrade a wide range of fighters from different classes, tailoring your build for speed, firepower, or survivability. The campaign offers 30 hours of story content alongside hidden treasures, alien encounters, and outlaw ambushes, with more than 100 unique locations spread across 7 star systems to discover. It's an 81 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 70 hours to platinum. Siberia: The World Before is priced at $13.99 and tells a rich, dual timeline narrative that intertwines the lives of Kate Walker, a New York attorney turned reluctant adventurer, and Dana Rose, a gifted pianist in 1937 whose career is threatened by the rise of war. You'll travel from the shadowed cemeteries and high mountain passes of Eastern Europe to bustling cities, uncovering mysteries that bridge decades. The story blends exploration and puzzle solving, challenging you to repair intricate instruments, unlock complex mechanisms, and study your surroundings for subtle clues. Backed by the Budapest Film Symphony and composed by BANGER, the game's soundtrack adds emotional depth to every scene, matching the visual beauty of Benoit Sokol's steampunk-inspired world. It's an 81 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. Like a Dragon Ishin is priced at $14.99 and transports the beloved Yakuza series formula to 1860s Japan, blending historical fiction with the over-the-top charm fans know and love. You step into the shoes of Sakamoto Ryoma, a samurai navigating political upheaval, personal revenge, and shifting loyalties in the twilight of the shogunate. The combat system combines swordplay, gunfighting, and martial arts into 4 unique styles you can switch between mid-battle, allowing for fluid, cinematic encounters. Outside of the main story, a wealth of side content awaits, from farming and gambling to fishing and singing, each bursting with personality and humor. The game's world feels alive thanks to richly detailed environments, expressive characters, and a perfect mix of serious drama and ridiculous side activities. It's an 81 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 120 hours to platinum. SnowRunner is priced at $19.99 and puts you behind the wheel of powerful vehicles as you tackle some of the most extreme and dynamic open environments ever simulated. With 40 vehicles from top brands like Ford, Chevrolet, and Freightliner, you'll push through mud, torrential waters, snow, and frozen lakes, mastering an advanced physics engine that truly challenges your driving skills. The game's missions and contracts require you to strategize vehicle upgrades and accessories like exhaust snorkels for deep waters or chain tires for icy terrain, letting you customize your fleet for every challenge. Whether you prefer solo rides or teaming up with friends, SnowRunner supports up to 4-player co-op across a vast interconnected world, making every expedition unpredictable and rewarding. It's an 81 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 180 hours to platinum. Life is Strange True Colors is priced at $17.99 and ushered in a bold new chapter of the acclaimed Life is Strange series, featuring a fresh lead character and a gripping mystery. You play as Alex Chen, who hides a supernatural gift, the power to sense, absorb, and manipulate the strong emotions of others, seen as vivid, colored auras. When tragedy strikes with her brother's sudden death, Alex must embrace this volatile ability to uncover dark secrets buried deep within the seemingly peaceful town of Haven Springs. This emotional adventure lets you change fate through empathy, building deep relationships with townsfolk and pursuing friendship or romance with key characters like Ryan and Steph. It's an 81 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 6 hours to platinum. Edge of Sanity is priced at $10.99 and plunges you into a psychological survival horror set in the unforgiving Alaskan wilderness, featuring handcrafted 2D art inspired by the Cthulhu mythos. You play as a member of a resupply team who finds a research station deserted and overrun by horrific creatures, forcing you to establish a makeshift camp and unravel the dark secrets of the mysterious Prism organization. The game's intense atmosphere and narrative-driven approach challenge you to explore hostile caves, mines, and laboratories while scavenging for scarce resources and managing your survivors' morale to prepare for perilous expeditions. Madness plays a key role here. Your characters accumulate traumas from harrowing events, affecting their actions, dialogues, and crafting options, adding a permanent psychological weight to your decisions. It's an 80 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. Teardown Deluxe Edition is priced at $19.99 and offers a unique heist experience set in fully destructible voxel environments that let you tear down walls, build structures, and creatively solve problems with a variety of tools and vehicles. The Deluxe Edition includes the base game plus 2 campaign expansions, Time Campers, a Wild West-themed story, and Folk Race, which adds new vehicles and destructive racing modes, giving you plenty of ways to mix up your gameplay. In the campaign, you take on shady jobs involving car theft, demolition, and high-stakes escapes, while upgrading your arsenal by scavenging hidden valuables. The Sandbox mode lets you unleash your creativity without limits, building and experimenting with an abundance of vehicles and tools, while the Challenge modes and robust mod support keep gameplay fresh with community-created content. It's an 80 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. Moving Out 2 Deluxe Edition is priced at $16.49 and brings back the wacky, physics-based moving simulator with even more chaotic fun, letting you work solo or team up with up to 3 friends locally or online. As a member of the Smooth Moves crew, now including the Fartastic 4, Chum, Bastion, Ludacris, and Ceratops, you'll tackle all new worlds beyond Packmore, accessed through interdimensional portals, packed with silly challenges and hectic action. The game features fresh characters alongside familiar faces like Ryu and Sydney, and offers a range of accessibility options including assist mode, making it a great pick for players of all skill levels. Between customizable movers, varied levels, and multiplayer modes with cross-play support, Moving Out 2 delivers a fun, family-friendly experience with plenty of laughs and teamwork. It's an 80 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. Outer Wilds Archaeologist Edition for $23.99 brings you into an award-winning time loop adventure where you explore a mysterious solar system trapped in an endless 22-minute cycle. This edition includes the base game plus the Echoes of the Eye DLC expansion, offering a complete exploration experience that has captivated players worldwide. Players race against time to piece together clues from an ancient civilization while exploring planets that change dynamically within each loop, creating unique scenarios each time. The cosmic mystery challenges you to uncover secrets about a lost race before the sun goes supernova and resets everything once again, making each discovery feel precious and urgent. It's an 85 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. Doom: The Dark Ages Premium Edition for $74.99 takes the legendary demon-slaying franchise back to a medieval setting as a prequel to the modern Doom reboot series. This premium edition includes campaign DLC, a digital art book, soundtrack, and exclusive Divinity skin packs that enhance the overall experience. The game introduces new medieval-inspired weapons and mechanics while maintaining the series' signature fast-paced, brutal combat against the forces of hell. Players step into the blood-stained boots of the Doomslayer in this dark and sinister medieval war that tells an epic cinematic story of rage and vengeance against demonic hordes. The medieval twist brings fresh gameplay elements while preserving the intense action that fans expect from the franchise. It's an 84 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. The Legend of Heroes Trails Through Daybreak Digital Deluxe Edition for $71.99 marks the beginning of a new arc in Falcom's acclaimed JRPG series, taking players to the politically complex Calvard Republic. This sprawling narrative follows Spriggan Van Arkwright as he navigates political intrigue and supernatural threats in a richly detailed world filled with memorable characters. The Digital Deluxe Edition includes additional story content, character costumes, and behind-the-scenes material that expand upon the already extensive main campaign that can easily consume over 100 hours. The game features both turn-based and real-time combat systems, allowing players to switch between tactical and action-oriented gameplay styles depending on their preferences and the situation at hand. It's an 84 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 100 hours to platinum. Disgaea 7 Complete Edition for $76.99 brings the latest entry in Nippon Ichi's beloved tactical RPG series with all downloadable content included from launch. Set in a Japan-inspired netherworld called Hinamoto, players follow Fuji and Piralika as they battle against Bushido-obsessed demons threatening their chaotic way of life. This complete edition includes additional character classes, story scenarios, and quality-of-life improvements that make the complex tactical gameplay more accessible. The series is renowned for its astronomical damage numbers reaching into the millions, alongside trademark dark humor and over-the-top anime aesthetics. It's an 84 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 75 hours to platinum. Planet Coaster Premium Edition for $22.49 delivers the ultimate theme park simulation experience with all major DLC packs included in this comprehensive package that represents exceptional value. Players can design, build, and manage their dream theme park with an incredibly detailed construction system that allows for piece-by-piece construction of custom roller coasters and attractions. The Premium Edition includes additional theme packs, ride types, and scenery options that expand creative possibilities beyond the base game offerings, giving players countless hours of building potential. The intuitive yet deep building tools accommodate both casual players who want quick results and dedicated builders who spend hours perfecting every detail of their attractions. It's an 84 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. Octopath Traveler for $23.99 presents a unique blend of classic JRPG storytelling with modern HD 2D visual artistry that creates a distinctive storybook aesthetic. Following 8 different protagonists across interconnected yet individual storylines, players experience multiple perspectives of adventure, revenge, discovery, and redemption. The innovative HD 2D art style combines traditional 2D character sprites with detailed 3D environments and dynamic lighting effects. Combat utilizes a traditional turn-based system enhanced by the boost mechanic, allowing players to store turn points to unleash powerful attacks or extend actions for strategic advantage. It's an 83 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 100 hours to platinum. Age of Wonders 4 Premium Edition for $58.49 combines grand strategy empire building with tactical turn-based combat in a fantasy setting where players create and customize their own magical factions. This Premium Edition includes the base game plus expansion content that adds new cultures, magical tomes, and story campaigns. Players design their factions' traits and cultural background before leading them through ages of technological and magical advancement. The strategic layer involves city management, resource gathering, diplomacy, and exploration across procedurally generated worlds filled with ancient ruins and rival civilizations. It's an 83 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 70 hours to platinum. Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled Nitrous Oxide Edition for $20.99 revitalizes the beloved kart racing classic with completely rebuilt visuals, enhanced gameplay mechanics, and extensive additional content. This nitrous oxide edition includes the base game, adventure mode, and substantial post-launch content that more than doubles the original game's track count and character roster. The racing mechanics retain the precise control and challenging skill requirements that made the original a favorite among competitive players, while adding modern conveniences. Adventure mode provides a substantial single-player campaign with hub world exploration, boss battles, and collectible challenges. It's an 83 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. Tales of Grace's F Remastered Deluxe Edition for $44.99 brings the acclaimed JRPG to modern platforms with enhanced visuals, improved performance, and additional story content that expands upon the original experience. Following Asbel Drant and his childhood friends, the story explores themes of friendship, duty, and sacrifice across two interconnected time periods. The Deluxe Edition includes the base game, Battle BGM Pack, digital art book, and soundtrack, plus the Super Growth Support Herb set containing various enhancement items. This edition also includes the Lineage and Legacies epilogue arc that continues the story 6 months after the main campaign's conclusion. The combat system blends real-time action with RPG mechanics, allowing players to chain attacks and execute powerful combination techniques with party members. It's an 82 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 120 hours to platinum. Atelier Sophie 2, The Alchemist of the Mysterious Dream Ultimate Edition for $57.49 continues the beloved alchemy-focused JRPG series with a dreamlike adventure that emphasizes crafting, exploration, and character relationships. The Ultimate Edition includes the Digital Deluxe Edition base content plus the Season Pass, granting access to 14 DLCs and bonus Sophie and Ramizel costumes. Players follow Sophie and her assistant Plakta as they navigate a mysterious dream world to reunite while helping the realm's inhabitants. The sophisticated alchemy system allows players to craft items using gathered materials with timing-based minigames that affect the quality and properties of created items. The Ultimate Edition provides the most comprehensive version of this enchanting adventure with extensive additional content beyond the main story. It's an 82 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 60 hours to platinum. Trails of Cold Steel 3 Digital Deluxe Edition for $27.99 continues the epic saga of Class 7 instructor Reen Schwartzer as he guides a new group of students while confronting the consequences of previous conflicts. This Digital Deluxe Edition includes additional story scenarios, character episodes, and cosmetic items that expand upon the substantial main campaign. The game builds upon its predecessor's turn-based combat system with new mechanics like the break system, which rewards strategic targeting of enemy weaknesses. Political intrigue and military conflict serve as backdrops for personal character development as students navigate complex relationships while preparing for an uncertain future. It's an 82 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 120 hours to platinum. Assassin's Creed Legendary Collection for $39.99 packages 6 complete entries from Ubisoft's historical action-adventure franchise into a comprehensive bundle that spans different time periods and assassin protagonists. This collection includes Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, Assassin's Creed Rogue Remastered, Assassin's Creed Unity, Assassin's Creed Syndicate, Assassin's Creed Origins, and Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Each title features the series' signature blend of parkour movement, stealth assassination, and open-world exploration within meticulously researched historical environments, ranging from the Golden Age of piracy to ancient Egypt and Greece. The games follow different assassins as they navigate political conspiracies and ancient conflicts between the Assassin Brotherhood and Templar Order across centuries of human history. It's a 79 average on Metacritic, average trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 290 hours to get the platinum in all 6 games. A Plague Tale bundle is now available for $31.99, bringing together both A Plague Tale Innocence and its award-winning sequel, A Plague Tale Requiem, in one hauntingly beautiful package. In Innocence, you step into the role of Amicia, a young girl in 14th century France tasked with protecting her little brother Hugo from the Inquisition while surviving the deadly Black Plague. The sequel, Requiem, pushes the story and gameplay even further with lush, larger environments, more open stealth encounters, and a richer emotional arc. The bundle offers incredible storytelling, gorgeous visuals, and a seamless mix of stealth, puzzle solving, and tense survival gameplay. Both games are critically praised for their deep character development and atmospheric world building, making this a perfect pickup for anyone who loves narrative-driven adventures with just the right dose of danger. It's an 82 average on Metacritic, trophy difficulty average around 4 out of 10, and about 40 hours to get both platinums. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero Deluxe Edition is priced at $69.99, and it's a dream come true for Dragon Ball fans who grew up with the Budokai Tenkaichi series. This isn't just a fighting game. It's a massive, fully 3D arena brawler that lets you recreate, rewrite, or completely invent your favorite battles across the Dragon Ball universe. The Deluxe Edition sweetens the deal by adding the Season Pass and exclusive in-game items, ensuring you have every character and arena at your fingertips as new content drops. The roster is absolutely huge, spanning heroes, villains, and transformations from Dragon Ball, Z, Super, and even GT. With destructible environments, lightning-fast combat, and cinematic special moves faithful to the anime, every match feels like an episode straight from the show. It's an 81 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. Earth Defense Force World Brothers 2 goes for $24.99, and if you're in the mood for completely over-the-top action that doesn't take itself too seriously, this is the perfect pick. This sequel to the voxel-style spin-off sees the Earth once again under attack by gigantic alien insects, robots, and kaiju-sized monstrosities. Your job? Blow them up, rescue civilians, and assemble a custom squad of heroes from across the EDF universe. The blocky, colorful art style gives it a lighthearted feel, but make no mistake, things get chaotic fast with swarms of hundreds of enemies filling the screen at once. You can mix and match over 100 different characters with unique weapons and abilities, leading to ridiculous combinations and endless replayability. It's an 81 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 120 hours to platinum. The Ghost Runner game bundle at $27.49 is an electrifying first-person action experience that fuses lightning-fast parkour movement with precise one-hit kill combat. This bundle includes the original Ghost Runner and its sequel, offering a double dose of cyberpunk thrills. You'll sprint across walls, dodge bullets in slow motion, and slice through your enemies with your katana in a neon-soaked dystopian city. Each level is a deadly puzzle of movement and timing where one mistake means starting over, but mastering the flow feels incredible. The sequel expands the playground with new powers, motorcycle segments, and even more verticality, keeping the adrenaline high from start to finish. It's an 81 average on Metacritic, trophy difficulty average around 6 out of 10, and about 30 hours to get both platinums. Planet Zoo Deluxe Edition is offered for $29.99, and it's the ultimate zoo management experience for animal lovers and simulation fans alike. In this edition, you get the base game plus 16 extra animals like the capybara, platypus, and Asian small-clawed otter, along with 2 additional campaign scenarios, the digital soundtrack, and a beautiful art book. You'll design sprawling habitats, manage staff and finances, and keep your animals healthy and happy while delighting visitors. The attention to detail is astounding, from the way animals behave realistically to the ecosystem mechanics that make every decision matter. Whether you're crafting a lush rainforest for gorillas or a sprawling savanna for lions, it's a deeply creative and satisfying experience. It's an 81 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 80 hours to platinum. Jagged Alliance 3, priced $29.99, blends classic turn-based strategy with RPG-style decision-making and a gritty mercenary narrative. Set in the fictional nation of Grand Chien, you hire and command a ragtag group of mercs to rescue the kidnapped president and restore order. Every mercenary has unique personalities, skills, and quirks which can affect relationships and mission outcomes. The game's tactical combat is highly customizable, letting you approach missions with stealth, full frontal assaults, or clever environmental traps. With branching storylines, strategic territory control, and a dynamic day-night cycle, no 2 campaigns play out the same. It's an 81 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 85 hours to platinum. Fate Samurai Remnant Digital Deluxe Edition at $49.99 takes the beloved Fate franchise into an Edo period action RPG setting. You'll play as Miyamoto Iori, a young swordsman caught up in the Waxing Moon Ritual, a deadly contest involving powerful masters and their summoned servants. The game blends fast-paced hack-and-slash combat with exploration of beautifully realized historical districts in Edo, each filled with side quests, treasure, and lore to discover. The Deluxe Edition includes the Season Pass, hallowed relic sword mountings, and a digital artbook and soundtrack, making it the definitive way to experience this samurai epic. Fans of the Fate series will appreciate the intricate character relationships and branching storylines, while newcomers will find it an accessible entry point. It's an 81 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 70 hours to platinum. The Legend of Heroes Trails into Reverie Deluxe Edition, tagged at $49.49, is a massive JRPG that serves as the bridge between multiple story arcs in the Trails series. You can switch between 3 main protagonists at will, following their intertwined journeys through a politically charged world full of intrigue and danger. The game features a robust, turn-based combat system with deep customization, tons of side quests, and a staggering amount of dialogue and lore. The Deluxe Edition comes with a set of starter items and cosmetics to give your characters a boost and a little extra flair. Whether you're a longtime fan or jumping in fresh, it's an epic journey packed with character development and rewarding exploration. It's an 81 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 100 hours to platinum. Ray's Arcade Chronology for $24.99 is a love letter to arcade shoot-'em-up fans. This collection brings together Ray Force, Ray Storm, and Ray Crisis, remastered in crisp HD with optional quality-of-life features like save states and online leaderboards. Each title offers its own take on the classic vertical shooter formula, with lock-on targeting mechanics that were groundbreaking at the time and are still satisfying today. Whether you're dodging intricate bullet patterns or chasing high scores, this is a must-own for shmup enthusiasts and retro gamers. The package also includes original arcade versions for purists and modern modes for newcomers. It's an 81 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 8 hours to platinum. Company of Heroes 3 Premium Edition at $39.99 combines the gripping squad-based tactics of the series with a new dynamic campaign map set in the Mediterranean theater of World War II. You'll command troops in both real-time battles and a turn-based strategic layer, deciding when to push forward, dig in, or launch daring flanking maneuvers. The Premium Edition includes the base game, cosmetic packs, and the first major expansion, giving you more factions, missions, and customization options right from the start. The blend of tactical depth and cinematic presentation makes every battle feel like a pivotal moment in the war. It's an 81 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. Monster Hunter Stories Deluxe Collection, priced $34.99, bundles together Monster Hunter Stories and Monster Hunter Stories 2 Wings of Ruin, along with all Deluxe Edition bonuses. These spin-offs reimagine the Monster Hunter formula as story-driven RPGs, where you hatch, raise, and battle alongside monster companions rather than hunting them. You'll explore colorful worlds, engage in turn-based combat, and forge bonds with iconic creatures from the main series. The Deluxe Collection adds extra outfits, layered armor, and cosmetic options to personalize your adventure. With rich stories, charming visuals, and deep monster-raising mechanics, it's a fantastic package for fans of RPGs and Monster Hunter alike. It's a 79 average on Metacritic, trophy difficulty average around 4 out of 10, and about 140 hours to get both platinums. The Mega Man 30th Anniversary Bundle at $29.99 is a treasure trove for fans of the Blue Bomber. This collection includes the Mega Man Legacy Collection, games 1 through 6, Mega Man Legacy Collection 2, games 7 through 10, Mega Man X Legacy Collection, X 1 through 4, Mega Man X Legacy Collection 2, X 5 through 8, and Mega Man 11. It's decades of platforming perfection in one package, from the precise, challenging design of the 8-bit classics to the flashy, fast-paced action of the X series and the modern polish of Mega Man 11. You'll get to see how the series evolved over the years, with countless bosses to defeat, secrets to uncover, and music tracks to hum long after you've turned off the console. It's a 75 average on Metacritic, trophy difficulty average around 5 out of 10, and about 115 hours to finish all 5 games. Just be aware that the original Mega Man Legacy Collection and Legacy Collection 2 don't have platinums. The Elder Scrolls IV Oblivion Remastered Deluxe Edition is $47.99 and offers a beautifully updated take on the beloved open-world RPG, featuring enhanced visuals, all DLC expansions, and quality-of-life improvements that make revisiting Tamriel's vast and detailed world even more enjoyable. You'll explore sprawling landscapes filled with dungeons, towns, and dynamic NPCs while engaging in deep role-playing elements like character customization, faction quests, and moral choices that influence the story's outcome. The Deluxe Edition adds new quests for unique Akatosh and Mehrunes Dagon armors, weapons, and horse armor sets, as well as a digital art book and soundtrack. Whether you're a returning fan or discovering Oblivion for the first time, this remaster balances nostalgia with modern polish, making it easier than ever to get lost in the immersive fantasy world. It's a 94 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. The Okami and Kunitsugami bundle is $44.99 and pairs two visually stunning action-adventure titles that celebrate Japanese folklore and mythology with striking sumie art styles and heartfelt narratives. Okami lets you play as Amaterasu, the sun goddess in wolf form, wielding celestial brush techniques to restore life and color to a cursed world, while Kunitsugami offers a complementary experience steeped in traditional tales and engaging gameplay that expands on the first game's themes. This bundle includes 2 platinum trophies, rewarding completionists who want to fully experience the rich stories and beautifully crafted worlds of both games. With fluid combat, clever puzzles, and memorable characters, this collection is perfect for anyone who loves artistic, narrative-driven adventures that combine myth and gameplay in a truly unique way. It's an 87 average on Metacritic, trophy difficulty average around 4 out of 10, and about 85 hours to get both platinums. Ninja Gaiden 2 Black is $32.49 and delivers high-octane hack-and-slash action featuring the ruthless ninja Ryu Hayabusa, whose lightning-fast combos and brutal finishers make for intense, satisfying combat encounters. The Black Edition ramps up the challenge with additional weapons, costumes, and difficulty modes, inviting both newcomers and veterans to test their skills against waves of formidable enemies and epic bosses. The game's slick, aggressive combat system rewards timing and precision, and the dark, atmospheric environments immerse you in a gritty, action-packed world that demands focus and skill to conquer. For fans of fast-paced melee combat with a tough edge, this edition offers a satisfying, adrenaline-fueled experience that keeps you on your toes from start to finish. It's an 81 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 45 hours to platinum. Borderlands 3 Ultimate Edition is $24.99 and packs all the base game content along with every DLC expansion, delivering a massive, loot-driven first-person shooter experience packed with humor, chaotic gunplay, and colorful characters. You'll explore diverse worlds, teaming up in co-op or going solo as you hunt down legendary loot and take on over-the-top enemies and bosses. The Ultimate Edition includes every add-on mission and customization option, ensuring hours of high-energy, endlessly replayable gameplay that can be as wild or as tactical as you want it to be. With its signature cel-shaded art style and zany storytelling, Borderlands 3 offers a unique blend of shooter and RPG elements that keeps fans hooked for the long haul. Whether you prefer precision shooting or explosive chaos, this edition has you covered. It's an 81 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 45 hours to platinum. Atelier Arland Series Deluxe Pack is $44.99 and bundles 3 beloved entries in the long-running Atelier franchise, offering deep alchemy crafting, charming characters, and engaging turn-based combat across beautifully crafted fantasy worlds. Each game in the pack, Rorona, Totori, and Meruru, features its own unique storyline and refinement of the series' mechanics, with this deluxe edition including 3 platinum trophies for those who want to fully immerse themselves in the sprawling adventure. The series' blend of time management, item synthesis, and heartfelt narrative creates a rich RPG experience that rewards exploration and experimentation, appealing to both newcomers and longtime fans alike. With hundreds of hours of content, including side quests and optional bosses, the pack ensures a satisfying experience filled with character growth and world building. It's an 81 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty average around 4 out of 10, and about 195 hours to get all 3 platinums. Hypercharge Unboxed is $23.99 and transforms classic toy battles into fast-paced first-person shooters where you control action figures defending their territory from waves of hostile invaders in miniature environments. The game shines with its inventive level design that turns everyday household settings into thrilling battlegrounds, combining tower defense and FPS mechanics for a unique experience that feels fresh and fun. Cooperative multiplayer adds to the excitement as you strategize with friends to build defenses and eliminate threats, creating chaotic but rewarding gameplay moments. Despite its simple premise, Hypercharge's mix of frantic combat and resource management keeps gameplay engaging and fresh across the 20-hour campaign, making it an accessible yet challenging title for shooter fans looking for something different. It's an 80 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. Fantasian Neo Dimension is $32.49 and offers a beautiful homage to classic JRPGs with handcrafted diorama-style environments and traditional turn-based combat that emphasizes tactical positioning and skillful team management. Created by Final Fantasy co-creator Hironobu Sakaguchi, this spiritual successor weaves an emotional, sprawling sci-fi tale with deep customization and memorable characters. The game balances nostalgia with modern gameplay refinements, providing around 80 hours of content packed with challenging battles and a story that explores themes of identity and humanity. Its unique art style and haunting soundtrack elevate the overall experience, making it a must-play for genre fans who appreciate both story depth and strategic combat. The extensive skill trees and character interactions add layers of complexity and engagement. It's an 80 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 80 hours to platinum. Hunt Showdown 1896 Deluxe Edition is $26.99 and throws you into the gritty, atmospheric world of late 19th century monster hunting, where you'll track supernatural beasts in tense PvPvE matches that blend survival horror and competitive multiplayer. The Deluxe Edition adds extra weapons, skins, and quality-of-life features, enhancing the base experience that demands strategic planning, stealth, and sharp shooting. Matches are intense and unpredictable, with a heavy emphasis on risk versus reward as players fight not only monsters, but each other to claim bounties. The game's immersive sound design and dark, gritty visuals help build a haunting ambiance that keeps every hunt thrilling and full of suspense. This edition also provides extensive progression options and seasonal events that keep players coming back for more. It's an 80 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 150 hours to platinum. Sonic X Shadow Generations Digital Deluxe Edition is $35.99 and celebrates 2 iconic hedgehogs in a collection that spans high-speed platforming and thrilling action sequences, blending Sonic Generations classic levels with Shadow the Hedgehog's darker narrative and gunplay elements. The Digital Deluxe Edition includes extra costumes, missions, and soundtrack tracks, offering fans plenty of content to enjoy while racing through vibrant, fast-paced worlds filled with memorable characters and challenging stages. The contrasting styles of the two heroes provide varied gameplay experiences that appeal to both longtime Sonic fans and newcomers alike, combining nostalgia with fresh twists on beloved mechanics. The fast-paced gameplay is balanced with fun exploration elements and boss fights, making this edition a comprehensive package. It's an 80 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. Wolong Fallen Dynasty Complete Edition is $35.99 and plunges you into a dark fantasy reinterpretation of China's Three Kingdoms era, where brutal melee combat meets supernatural elements in challenging battles that test your reflexes and strategy. The Complete Edition bundles the base game with all expansions and cosmetic packs, delivering a comprehensive experience full of intense encounters, deep character progression, and atmospheric storytelling. Its fluid combat system rewards precision timing and tactical choices, while the richly detailed environments immerse you in a world torn between human conflict and otherworldly forces, filled with memorable enemies and rewarding challenges. The game also boasts a compelling narrative that weaves history and myth in an engaging way, keeping players hooked throughout their journey. It's an 80 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 35 hours to platinum. Under Night in Birth 2 Cis Celis is $24.99 and serves up fast, technical 2D fighting with a colorful cast of characters, each boasting unique moves and mechanics that reward precise execution and strategy in one-on-one battles. The game's mechanics combine accessibility for newcomers with depth for competitive players, featuring stylish combos and visually striking special attacks that keep every match feeling fresh and intense. While it has a relatively short estimated completion time, the trophy list encourages mastering the intricate systems and exploring all characters to truly appreciate the depth on offer. Fans of classic anime fighters will appreciate the fluid animations and robust online modes that keep matches engaging, competitive, and highly replayable. It's an 80 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and only about 5 hours to platinum. Remnant 2 Ultimate Edition is $27.99 and builds on the co-op third-person shooter formula with procedurally generated worlds, challenging bosses, and a rich variety of weapons and armor that cater to multiple playstyles. The Ultimate Edition includes all DLC and expansions, offering a comprehensive journey through hostile environments filled with deadly creatures and strategic combat scenarios that reward teamwork and adaptability. The game's blend of gunplay and melee, combined with RPG progression, ensures that no two runs feel quite the same, making it addictive for those who enjoy replayability and tactical depth. Whether you're playing solo or with friends, Remnant 2 delivers a tense, rewarding experience that balances exploration, challenge, and customization perfectly. It's an 80 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 35 hours to platinum. Assassin's Creed Valhalla Complete Edition is priced at $34.99 and includes the base game along with all expansions such as Wrath of the Druids and The Siege of Paris, plus extra bonus content. This Viking epic drops you into Dark Ages England, where you'll raid settlements, forge alliances, and uncover a sprawling story filled with political intrigue and Norse mythology, blending exploration, combat, and stealth. Each region offers its own flavor, from bustling towns and rolling countrysides to mysterious ruins, and the DLC packs expand the world with new maps, enemies, and quest lines that add dozens of extra hours. The gameplay loop combines satisfying melee and ranged combat with settlement building and light RPG systems, and while some may find the side content repetitive, the sheer amount of activities keeps you busy. It's an 80 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 100 hours to platinum. Ys 9 Monstrum Nox Digital Deluxe Edition costs $29.99 and delivers a fast-paced action RPG set in a sprawling Gothic city where supernatural powers grant you unique ways to explore. The Digital Deluxe Edition packs in a digital art book, soundtrack, and in-game costumes, making it a great pick for fans who want extras alongside the main adventure. Combat is smooth, flashy, and responsive, encouraging you to experiment with different monstrum abilities while chaining together combos against hordes of enemies and powerful bosses. Exploration is equally engaging thanks to vertical movement options and hidden secrets tucked into every district, with optional side quests and dungeons that flesh out the city's mysteries. It's an 80 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 60 hours to platinum. Nobunaga's Ambition Sphere of Influence is priced at $29.99 and delivers a deep, historically grounded grand strategy experience set in Japan's Warring States period. You'll manage cities, armies, and resources while forging alliances and betraying rivals in your quest to unify the country, with every choice influencing the ever-shifting political landscape. The layered systems demand patience and forethought, from developing infrastructure and managing diplomacy to commanding large-scale battles in real time, making it a title that rewards strategic thinkers. Campaigns can last dozens of hours, and each playthrough offers new scenarios, leaders, and challenges that keep the experience fresh despite its complexity. It's an 80 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 150 hours to platinum. Sunder Folk is priced at $39.99 and reimagines the idea of a game night as a tactical co-op RPG you can play with friends on the couch or across the world. One copy is all you need for everyone to join in instantly using their phone or tablet as a controller, guidebook, and player sheet, making setup seamless and accessible. Together, you'll tackle challenging missions, use skill cards to plan your moves, and coordinate turn order to outsmart enemies and take down epic bosses. Between battles, you'll spend time in the cozy village of Arden, upgrading shops, meeting locals, and uncovering gear that deepens both the story and your hero's capabilities. It's a 79 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and around 25 hours to 100%, no platinum for this one. Dynasty Warriors Origins Digital Deluxe Edition costs $67.49 and delivers the series' signature large-scale hack-and-slash action, placing you in the role of an amnesiac protagonist caught in the chaos of the Three Kingdoms era. The Digital Deluxe Edition adds exclusive weapons, costumes, and bonus content that give you more options to tailor your playstyle. Battles are massive in scope, letting you carve through waves of enemies while completing objectives that shift dynamically as the fight progresses. The story blends dramatic cutscenes with fast-paced missions, introducing new and familiar faces across the sprawling campaign. It's a 79 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 130 hours to platinum. Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii costs $41.99 and blends the series' signature real-time combat and heartfelt storytelling with a breezy, tropical pirate theme. Set in a vibrant Hawaiian locale, it mixes quirky side activities, humorous encounters, and a main plot full of twists and heartfelt character moments. The shift to pirate-inspired mechanics gives exploration and combat a fresh twist, with unique gear and themed battles adding variety. Minigames, collectibles, and side quests make the world feel alive and packed with distractions for when you want to break from the main story. The balance of comedic charm and serious narrative threads gives it a distinctive tone within the Like a Dragon series. It's a 79 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. Eiyuden Chronicle 100 Heroes Digital Deluxe Edition is priced at $27.99 and delivers a sweeping JRPG adventure from the creators of the Suikoden series, featuring over 100 recruitable characters. The Digital Deluxe Edition includes the base game, a digital art book, soundtrack, and special in-game content to enhance your journey. Combat is turn-based with up to 6 party members at once, encouraging strategic synergy between your diverse cast of heroes. The sprawling world is filled with towns to visit, dungeons to explore, and secrets to uncover, with side quests and character stories adding depth to the narrative. It's a 79 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 100 hours to platinum. The first Berserker Kazan Deluxe Edition costs $55.99 and offers a brutal dark fantasy action RPG centered on precise combat and punishing encounters. The Deluxe Edition packs in exclusive armor and weapon skins, plus a digital art book and soundtrack for those who want more from the experience. Every battle demands skillful timing, reading enemy patterns, and mastering your abilities to survive, with bosses that can turn the tide of a fight in moments. Exploration is woven with environmental storytelling, scattered lore, and hidden secrets that deepen the grim tone of the world. It's a 78 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. Insurgency Sandstorm Ultimate Edition is priced at $39.99 and is a team-based tactical first-person shooter focused on intense, close-quarters combat. The Ultimate Edition bundles the base game with the Year 1 and Year 2 passes, adding a wide range of weapon skins, gear, and additional cosmetics for deeper customization. Battles are objective-driven and demand precise aiming, good communication, and careful movement, as the game's low time to kill makes every encounter dangerous. Multiple multiplayer modes and co-op missions against AI opponents offer variety, while the realistic sound design heightens tension and immersion. It's a 78 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance 2 costs $23.99 and is a remastered action RPG set in the Dungeons & Dragons universe, combining hack-and-slash combat with loot-driven progression. You can choose from 5 different characters, each with unique abilities, and fight your way through dungeons, cities, and wilderness areas. The updated release brings smoother performance, improved visuals, and full trophy support, while retaining the cooperative local multiplayer of the original. Combat is fast and responsive, with plenty of weapons, armor, and magical gear to find along the way. Whether you're revisiting an old favorite or diving in for the first time, this is a short but satisfying dungeon crawling adventure. It's a 78 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. Mobile Suit Gundam Extreme vs. Maxi Boost On is priced at $29.99 and brings together over 180 playable mobile suits from across the Gundam multiverse for high-speed, arcade-style mecha combat. Matches are fought in 2-on-2 battles, with each suit offering unique weapons, abilities, and playstyles that encourage experimentation. The game's EX Burst system allows for powerful comebacks, rewarding precise timing and aggressive offense. With its large roster, faithful design, and flashy animations, it's a celebration of the Gundam franchise that fans will appreciate. Multiple modes, including online battles and CPU matches, keep the gameplay fresh and competitive for dozens of hours. It's a 78 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. The Smurfs Dreams costs $27.99 and offers a colorful, family-friendly platforming experience inspired by the classic animated series. You'll guide the Smurfs through whimsical dreamscapes, each filled with light puzzles, gentle challenges, and hidden collectibles. The gameplay is accessible enough for younger players while still offering charm for those seeking a relaxing break from more demanding titles. Bright visuals, playful animations, and a cheerful soundtrack create a cozy, approachable vibe that fits the Smurfs perfectly. Short but sweet, it's a laid-back platformer perfect for casual gaming sessions or family play. It's a 77 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 7 hours to platinum. If you've made it this far, thank you. Seriously, this is a monster sale so far with a ton of great stuff to cover, and I hope this video helped you find something new to play or reminded you of something you'd been meaning to grab. If you've played any of these already, drop your thoughts in the comments. Your insights help others find great games too, it's not just mine. Definitely let me know in the comments if you ended up picking up any of the stuff I've covered. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't. Seriously, you just listened to me talk for this long. Leave a like, all that good stuff, and I'll see you in the next one.